Buscalan. Life here is peaceful, slow, and close to nature. The people, warm, welcoming, and content with the simple things. Hidden deep in the mountains of Kalinga lies a small village known around the world, not for its size, not for fame, but for its art, its culture, and its people. It is the home of Apo Whang-Od, the oldest traditional Kalinga tattoo artist whose craft has traveled across generations. Ever since we got our first tattoos, Lovely and I had dreamed of coming here to meet Apo Whang-Od and to carry a piece of her story with us through ink. We thought it would be a quick trip, one night, one tattoo, then back to our home base in Baguio. But Buscalan had other plans. What started as a simple journey became one that took more than a year to finish and changed how we saw life in the mountains forever. At first light, we were already on a cab to the bus terminal. The city was still waking up. Quiet streets, cold air, and that soft, golden light that only happens in the early morning. We were headed to Dangwa bus station, the same place where countless travelers begin their journeys to the northern mountains.
Magkano?
With coffee in hand and backpacks slung over our shoulders, we boarded the bus bound for Bontoc.
1920.
The ride was long, winding through roads carved into the mountains. The higher we went, the more the air changed. Cooler, fresher, quieter. Every turn revealed another view. Rice terraces stacked like steps to the sky, rivers glistening below, and clouds drifting between peaks. By the time we arrived in Bontoc, there was no time to wander around. We hopped straight on to the van going to Tinglayan, the drop-off point at the foothills of Buscalan Village. The road ahead was narrower, rougher, and wound tightly along the cliffs. It was both breathtaking and a little nerve-wracking, and it was at this point that I told myself, I'm glad I didn't bring our car. Not knowing that decision would later make it a lot harder for us to get back to Baguio on time. But in that moment, none of that mattered, because all we could think about was finally reaching Buscalan. At the drop-off point, we transferred onto a tuk-tuk all the way up to the starting point of the hike up to the village, where our guide was waiting for us.
From here, there is only one way to reach the village, on foot. So after signing the logbooks and paying the fees, we began our hike. Oh, and that's Laura, the traveler we kept bumping into on the bus and then on the van. Turns out we were all heading to the same place. So we decided to just go together from there.
You have to go to Lokhong, like an hour walk. Going up, then you will see beautiful sea of clouds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why? What is it called? There's like
Lokhong.
glamping, yes.
Yeah.
The first few steps felt light. We were smiling, laughing, taking videos, talking about how close we finally were. But soon, the trail started to rise, and so did our breathing. Every few meters, I could feel my legs starting to protest. But then, just as I was about to stop again, I heard voices echoing up the trail. Laughter, chatter, and the sound of life. The path curved one last time, and suddenly, there it was. After hours of traveling by bus, van, and foot, we finally made it to our home for the next couple of days. We were welcomed with coffee and puppies. But we were all really tired, so we just settled in and took it easy for the rest of the night.
The following morning, we were woken up by those unmistakable tapping sounds. Lei, our host, was already up and at it with several clients lining up outside her house. Jacob, our guide, was chilling at the front porch. In a little bit, we will get our tattoos from Lei, then, hopefully, by Apo Whang-Od herself. But after a quick breakfast and coffee, we decided to wander around while waiting for our turns to get a tattoo. We followed the trail deeper into the village, passing small houses and curious smiles. Everyone we met greeted us with a nod, a grin, or a soft good morning.
Patato kayo ng ganito.
Meron po, ito po. Pero konti
Dapat
lang po.
ganito. Sayang yung akyat ko pag hindi ganito ang tattoo.
Baka po himatay na ko, masakit po.
Mas masakit ang iniwan.
Like this sweet old lady Wang-Nan, who was casually sitting there greeting all the passers-by with her sweet smile. We took the opportunity to also buy some local handicrafts and just enjoyed the scenery around the village.
Alright, time to get our tattoos done. The process was simple, raw, and ancient. No machines, no buzzing needles, just a bamboo stick, a thorn from a calamansi tree, and soot mixed with water to make the ink. Lei dipped the thorn into the ink, placed a stencil of the design on my skin, and began tapping the stick rhythmically. Steady, deliberate, each tap sinking pigment just beneath the surface. The sound was soft, but powerful, the same rhythm that has echoed through this village for generations. For a while, this art was almost lost, but today, Buscalan is alive with it again. More than 100 new Mambabatok now carry on the tradition, each one preserving the stories and symbols of their ancestors.
And then came the moment we had been waiting for. Apo Whang-Od. Seeing her in person didn't feel real at first. This woman, over a century old, has carried this ancient art, a tradition once reserved for warriors and women of strength. To this day, she continues to share that gift with travelers from around the world, keeping the spirit of Kalinga alive and inspiring a new generation to honor their roots. We watched her hand move with quiet precision, each motion deliberate, graceful, and unhurried. There was no rush, no hesitation, just flow. After our late lunch, Jacob told me that we have to spend another night here because public transpo was already done for the day. And if I'm being completely honest, I didn't even really want to leave just yet. Lei and her family has been very welcoming, and it kind of made it hard to want to leave. So we settled in for the night and just enjoyed the company.
Alas, it was time for us to finally head back to Baguio. As we walked down the same trail we had climbed just days before, the village slowly disappeared behind the trees, the sound of laughter and tapping fading into the wind. It felt strange to leave. In just a couple of days, Buscalan had become more than a place we visited. It had become a memory, one stitched into our skin and etched into our hearts.
We stopped for a moment, looking back at the mountains one last time, and I remember saying, "We'll come back here someday," and boy, did that come true. Because a few months later, we found ourselves packing our bags once again, heading back to Buscalan. This time, to celebrate something special.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Happy birthday, Apo!
And we're back. This time we brought my siblings and a few more friends.
Never in a million years would I have thought that we'd ever have an encounter with Whang-Od like this.
Opo!
Yes, it was intimate and personal. Surely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
After we gave Apo her gifts and wished her a happy birthday, we crashed for the night at Lay's.
A few moments later.
Early in the morning the following day, we wasted no time and went on exploring.
Okay pa sila dito, Manda. Di ba sila? Nakangiti pa.
We made our way to the waterfall nearby, and I gotta say, Buscalan is as stunning as it was the first time we've been here. The raw beauty of it all just blows our mind.
We took a quick dip in the cold waterfall and headed right back to, you guessed it, tattoos. This time it wasn't just us. Lovely's siblings and a few of our friends decided to get inked too. The look on their faces were so priceless, like a mix between hurt, fascination, and victory. Now, I can't explain why, but I seem to forget filming whenever I'm here. I don't know if it's because of the beauty of this place or the peacefulness, but as we were leaving, all I know is that this is not the last time we'll be here. Like a self-fulfilling prophecy, 2 months later, we're here again. This time with our kids and Lovely's younger brothers. As always, we stayed at Lay's place, although this time at their newly constructed house. Almost immediately, Jayan made friends with Quinn, Lay and Jacob's daughter. Just a quick note, these kids don't speak the same language at all, but somehow that didn't matter. They still found a way to laugh, play, and understand each other perfectly. It's moments like this that remind us, connection doesn't always need words.
And of course we had to take them to the waterfalls too. At this point in our trip, they have not been swimming for over a month. And being island kids, they are not used to that. The moment they saw the water, they didn't even hesitate. They just ran straight in.
One more!
The laughter, the cold mountain water, the echoes bouncing off the rocks. It was pure joy.
What started as a simple dream to get a tattoo from Apo Whang-Od turned into something much deeper.
We came here chasing ink and stories, but what we found was a place that felt like home. A place where people welcomed us like old friends, where mornings were slow and laughter echoed through the mountains.
Over time, Buscalan stopped being just a destination on our map. It became a part of our family's story, a place where we feel accepted, remembered, and treated like we belong.
And maybe that's what travel is really about. Not just the places we see, but the connections we find along the way.
Because sometimes, the journey that begins with a dream ends with finding family in the most unexpected of places. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can catch more of our adventures.